Piękniadre Warsaw! Off to the Orphans. Monsieur, see me play. Let's go.
We had a wonderful donation, 700 coats for the 700 kids at Ossa.
Noel, what did you bring here?
We brought over 700 pieces of gloves, scarves, hats for children ranging in age from 3 to 17. So they're all different sizes. Thank you.
I represent a lot of families who either didn't have kids, couldn't have kids, or life passed by too quickly and the opportunity passed them by. When the war broke out, clients called and said, what is going on with these children? We're Googling, we're reading, these kids are walking miles and miles across the border. Who's helping them? The adoptions have been frozen, that there's a moratorium, that American families can't adopt these kids.
I got it. They don't have parents, and now they don't have a country. I just did not expect to see these young children coming up to us and wanting to high-five us. Boom, 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 and hug us. They just grabbed us and hugged us. They don't know who we are, but they saw we were fellow human beings there with them, and we gave them rides on our shoulders, and the joy that they expressed showed me and folks with us that they needed that so much, that this is something that is lacking in their lives.
From Odessa to Poland, our trip was 38 hours. By train, electric train, only sit, not sleep, 17 hours. Children sleep together. Потому что на сегодняшний день самое страшное, что может произойти, это торговля людьми. И в России очень много детей вывезли из оккупированных частей Украины.
When we leave, we're not going to just leave you, but we have really extended ourselves and our connections to make sure that we're with you until the end. I speak for myself, but I think we all feel that way.
Kids like this, kids like this.
So Senator, can you believe we actually, from that meeting at Benito's so many months ago, where the topic of helping the Ukrainian orphans in Poland came up, that we actually got on a plane and we're here?
That was serendipity. We found each other by accident. It was a message from God, quite frankly, for us to do God's work. And this is what I see that we're doing. I want to tell you how grateful I am for introducing me to your passion.
I was born in Poland. I left the country when I was 7. So I remember communist regime at the time, and my mother and I came to the country in search of the American dream. But so many young children were left behind. For me to sit here today to tell you that I am living my dream, to share the American dream with these children, is one of the greatest moments of my life. As an international family law attorney, I help unite families with children. So many American families either didn't have children, couldn't have children, or life just happened. Well, imagine where we are today. There are 4,000, as far as we know, orphans from Ukraine and Poland. These children are beautiful. They are loving, and they are willing and happy to meet us, to talk to us, but more importantly, we've identified how much love they need.
No other country in the world has ever embraced another country's refugees as Poland has. And it has given me great Polish pride to do that. And this is one of the greatest experiences of my life, which you will see. First and foremost is the interest of the child. And the interest of the child, obviously, is to have a loving family. But then there's also the politics. There's the politics of the Ukrainian government, the Polish government, the United States government. And my pitch was to have loving families adopt in America or other places in Europe, our allies working together to help Ukraine defend themselves against the horror of Putin's invasion.
Senator Lesniak and I have connected on this mission to work with our politicians in Washington, to work with the diplomats in all three countries, to convince the powers that be that the children, if adopted, will be safe. They are going to be placed with vetted families, families that have gone through every financial and psychological check available to make sure that the children are placed in safety. But most importantly, the amnesty that we want to organize is going to continue to connect these children to their home country. These children, if our vision comes true, will always have an entry back to Ukraine. They will be taught culture, language, and have connection to the soil that they came from. I have known Senator Lesniak for over 20 years. I have watched him do the impossible in the United States when it comes to legislation. And because of a deep trust for him and the relationship that I have with him, when I sat down to speak with the senator about the work that I wanted to do, it didn't take a lot of convincing. The senator is a humanitarian. He won a humanitarian award in Paris. So this is a man that has a very big heart. And we knew that the work would be complicated, but we also knew that both of us are lawyers. Both of us are involved politically, the senator certainly to a very high level. We knew that if we didn't do this, who would? We have a second mission, and that mission is to provide care and support for these children while they are in Poland. In my opinion, they are blessed to be on Polish soil. We see what's happening in Ukraine currently. The children that remain in orphanages in Ukraine are being taken. We don't know where, what's happening with these children. So many questions. But we do know that the children that are in Poland are cared for. We are helping organize medical relief. We are bringing humanitarian aid through doctors, religious community, and other humanitarians to provide them quality of life while they are here.
There were certain things I couldn't put out.
This was a very impressive, I tell my family and friends at home, a very heartwarming and heartbreaking experience to see living history in President Odessa. It was very humbling. It was also a little scary that his message of 20 years ago is so relevant today.
So how incredible to be standing in Gdańsk in Poland on a rooftop overlooking a city that has sustained the test of time, prevailing in World War II. We're actually standing at a rooftop of a restaurant that is one of the only buildings in Gdańsk that is still standing. My visit to the orphanages in Poland has been very eye-opening. We saw children that literally are holding up their hands and looking up at us, craving love, craving the concept of belonging. And that is the only energy and impetus that I need to continue the work, to now work with Ukraine, to work with Poland and the United States, to lift the adoption moratorium, and to do everything in our power, together with Senator Lesniak and others across the three countries, to give these children a chance. These children deserve the chance that my mother gave me, that Senator's family gave him, and that all of us standing here today have. So I thank everyone for welcoming me in Poland, and I am excited to get to work. Joanna, without you and your International Association of Doctors, Mediciner, without your vision, without your connections, these children probably would not walk and would not get the medical care that they need.
dzisiaj jest taki symbol połączenia naszych sił, ponieważ ja działałam tutaj w Europie, właściwie to na pograniczu polsko-niemieckim i tak się stało, że w momencie wybuchu wojny zareagowaliśmy od razu i spróbowaliśmy pomóc w jakikolwiek sposób. Zdecydowaliśmy się na pomoc dla medyków, bo uznaliśmy, że to jest bardzo ważny temat, że to są najważniejsze osoby w tej wojnie, bo to oni ratują życie. Udało nam się już wiele rzeczy i myślę, że to będzie kolejna, która nam się uda i bardzo w to wierzymy.
Sometimes tomorrow comes soaked in treasure and blood. And we stood the job. And we'll stand the flood. There's a new world coming. I can see the light. I'm the jack of all trades. We'll be all right.